Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. And guess what we're doing today? We're going to play Shapez 2, but we are going to start a brand new game. So let's head on over. We're going to hop into play. And here's all the saves from our last series, which was the challenge mode. But you know what? We're going to go insane. We're going to go insane. And we could do insane challenge. But we're going to do something different. This might be a really bad idea. We're going to say our shape goal multiplier. So the shape goal multiplier, this says how many shapes do we need to deliver. So for instance, if we needed to deliver 100 of a shape, we would now need to deliver 150 of a shape. Well, I'm going to bump that up. I'm going to double it. We would now have to deliver 300 of that shape. The platform limit multiplier. So there is a limit to the amount of platforms you can build, which can be increased by research. You can adjust the limit increase here. You can also disable it entirely. Unlimited platforms. All right. So we were at 80%. I'm going to drop that down to 40%. That means we only get half of the platforms that we would normally get, right? Platform limit multiplier. Yeah, it's times 40% instead of times 80%, or in normal mode times 100%. All right. Copy paste cost. So this is blueprint points. How many blueprint points do things cost? Well, right now they cost 100%. Bump that up to 200%. Now, I want to point out that at the end of the last game, platform limit, we had platform limit, like we had available to us over 30,000 platform points to spend. So we had a ton at the end of the game. And blueprint points down here, we had tens of millions. We had, I think it was like, I can't remember now. It has like 25 million platform points to spend. So we could copy and paste with impunity. So these little tweaks here are really going to negatively impact us in the beginning of the game. They make the beginning of the game much more difficult. Later game, not so much. Let's confirm that. And just a quick tweak here. So that's 240 and 300. So yeah, if you look at relaxed mode, you get unlimited platform limit. The copy paste cost is free, and the goal multiplier, you only have to get 60. So if you normally need to get 100, you would only need to get 60 in. So normal mode is free blueprints, and then 100%, 100%. But we're gonna, so yeah, again, we're gonna come in here, challenge mode, and double it up. So 300, we'll double that up, have this, and double this. Okay, now, there's another thing we can do, is we can come into game rules. And we can make some tweaks. Now, this one is already selected, no straight stacker. I normally use the straight stackers, just, I think I just like them better, honestly. But if we hit this, we will not have access to the straight stacker. We will only have the bent stacker. No alternate rotators. You cannot unlock counterclockwise and the 180-degree rotator anymore. I'm gonna turn that on. So brutal. This is similar to the way wiring works. So in wiring, when you're using virtual buildings, simulated buildings, you only have the clockwise rotator. So now that's all we will have in the real world too. Full cutter. No full cutter. You cannot unlock the full cutter anymore. Ugh, that one is hard. I'm going to hold off on that. No splitters. You cannot split any conveyor belts anymore. You can merge, and space belt splitters are still possible. I'm not going to do this one. Honestly, I want to make the game more challenging, but I also want to make it playable and fun. I mean, I could, come back here and hit all these things all the way up and platform limit down to 10%. But, no trash is an interesting one. You cannot unlock or build any trashes anymore. So that makes a challenge for MAMs, because that means everything's gonna go through. Trains derail. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Trains derail. I would argue this is actually helpful. Like if I select this, instead of going back on the bottom of the track, trains will now get destroyed whenever they reach the end of the track. Well, then they get regenerated back where they start. So the time when that's not helpful is if you have trains with items on them that don't get delivered. That's when that is a negative. What I guess what I'm thinking of it being positive is further in the game, when you unlock the vortex delivery system, that's essentially what it is, right? Those trains get destroyed, and it just means they don't have to travel as far back with an empty payload. So I could see how this one would be a challenge. Again, early game, like when you first get trains, yeah. Even later, not as much. Again, because we have unlimited resources. So with that, even if you're delivering stuff into like a staging area for a MAM, you're delivering fluids, you're delivering shapes, all that stuff. And those trains get destroyed. That stinks, but, you can live with it. The last one is only 1x1 foundations. You can only build 1x1 foundations. I'm going to turn that on. Oof. Now, if you don't understand what any of this means, if you don't understand any of what I just said, as far as, the fluid and the shapes and blah, 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 this is probably not the series for you to watch. You should probably go and watch one of my earlier series, which are much more beginner-oriented, and we'll kind of walk you through the whole game. If you're just starting the game, I would not start in this mode. I would not do it. The other thing we've got is map generation. This is just randomness. Spawn primary colors. Yeah, we want to spawn primary colors. Oh, out in the world? Yeah, we want to do that. Do we want to spawn secondary colors? Here's a patch of magenta, patch of yellow, cyan. Do we want to spawn patches of white? We'll turn those ones off. But we will spawn primary colors, right? I mean, otherwise, how do you do anything? That would be kind of crazy. You have to do everything with just these, or you have to actually find shapes that are the color. Yeah, let's go ahead and spawn primary colors. I'm not gonna worry about any of this stuff, but this is all here too. Shape asteroids. That's these little guys here. You can change their likeliness, their size, how much they grow when you get away from the vortex, the max size, colorfulness, the rare shapes. Stars are rarer. Very rare shapes. What are... Oh, the diamond. I suppose that means like the windmill. Anyway, yeah. All these guys, yeah. Yeah, those are... You can cut in and you can tweak all of this stuff. You can change the seeds. Let's just dive on into this one. Why not? 81587. You can play along with all these same settings. You can toggle the preview off. It's a little late for that. That's okay. Let's do it. I'm gonna hit play. So if you're a fan of Shapes 2, you might be aware that the version 1.0 is going to be coming out. Right now it's planned to come out in April of 2026. So if you want to see what I'm going to be doing with that, then please toss a subscribe, or at the very least a like is super helpful. So here's how we start out, and I do tend to go straight down as opposed to at a cool angle and see all these awesome graphics. I mean, come on, that's just awesome looking. It's just great. But yes, I do tend to go straight down. So yeah, we're starting off, and we've got squares, we've got circles, we've got squares, we've got circles. And we have points, no upgrades. What can we do here? Yeah, so we can't unlock anything. If we start doing some of these tasks, we will gain platform limits and research points. Then we can use the research points to upgrade things. And we can we can change the belt speed, the cutting speed, stacking speed, painting speed once we have painting able. Obviously, early on, we're going to want to get cutters and maybe swappers. The overflow splitter, I'm not finding that to be particularly helpful. Fluid tank, I did use last series, finally, but it's still sort of moderately useful. And then there's train stuff. And wires. These ones are relatively cheap. They're like 10, 15. Then these ones are like 10 each. And this one is cheap. Labels are good to help. Vortex inputs is another one we're going to have to do earlier than last time. I want to open up all those vortex inputs. And roller coaster, this is just decorative, which is great because we have the Supporters Edition. It's the exclusive to the Supporter Edition. Yeah, so that's that. Milestone 1. So Milestone 1 is our first operator shape, and that is going to give us all sorts of things. It's going to give us, once we get to the we've done this certification. So we've basically been given 150 platform limit. Yep, that's what we have right now. We've been given conveyor belts, extractors, launchers, half destroyer, the clockwise rotator, which is the only rotator, the bent stacker, foundation, which we can only have single foundations, space belts, shape miner, extractors, blueprints, side upgrade, the upgrades tab. Our second floor, we have 2 floors, and space platforms. All right, so we got that. So we want to get through all this stuff here and unlock this, which will give us 300 platform limit, 10,000 blueprint points, access to fluids, fluid miners, extractors, space pipes, painters, pumps and pipes, fluid launchers. Milestone unlocks 2 new upgrades and 24 new tasks. Right, because this will unlock the probably the painter. Yeah, it'll unlock the painter and something else. And I guess you can click on this and look at it. Yeah. Oh, the fluid tank. All right, yay, useful. Not really. There's the painter. We already got that. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get these milestones going, and just heading on in. I'm going to see. We've got these two guys here. There's got to be a way we can combine those. And if I get rid of all this, yeah, we're now using 0 platforms. All right. So let's do a shape miner. And you get the extractors. 1, 2, 3. I'll just do that. Okay, now we've got access to all 4 of these. So basically we want red on top of gray. Let's get our extractors out here. Yeah, that one where you can't merge pipe, or you can't split belts. Ugh. That would be very brutal. Okay, so what I want to do is take this and basically put it right on top of this. And I'm going to do that. That said, I need to do a rotate. And I could do the rotate here. I could do the just do the rotate down here. All right. So I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise. Damn it. Or I can rotate this one clockwise. All right, we're going to do this one. And yeah, it's our only rotator. So 2 of these. Boom, boom. Come on. And there. There and there. All right. Then I'm just going to clear out everything on there. So we only get these guys. Oh. This is brutal too. After finishing a whole round, a whole game, and we're back to the default speed. Oof. 60 per minute. So rough. All right. So this doesn't cost any blueprint points. It does cost 6 platform points. So if you have any questions about anything I'm doing, if you have any suggestions, any recommendations, better way for me to do things, please feel free to put that info in the comments below. Okay, here we have our bent stacker. So we need 4 of these per belt. Sorry, my brain was gone for a minute. And then we can do that. And think that. Can't afford it. All right, so I want to move it up one. And yeah, this is not it. Uh-huh. Boom, boom. There. Okay. So I'm going to do this for one of them. And this, it's going to come up and do this. All right. So we're going to do this in different places. We'll do it here. And then here. And yeah, let's... And in the meantime, let's get this going. Each of these... Oh, are these costing 0? What? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, each costs 1. Okay. I was gonna say, those cost 0. That's gonna change things radically. We're only using the bottom layer. So I'm trying to get this all sort of mirrored. Okay, and we do have the jumper. Good. That's good. I'm going to take one of these and do this. Oh, you know what? I can do this. And that. I would assume this one is going to come and do this. Oops, no, it's not. I don't think there's anything in there. I'm going to clear it out anyway. All right, let's get this guy set up down here. Okay. And what's happening here? Oh. What? Why are these? Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, this is junk here. Oh, sorry. If you click and just hit O, it goes to the full extent. All right, this one, let's go up and around. Let's also go up. All right. So now here we go. And let's hit V to hide that upper level. So we can see that's all working. Okay, so that is getting us these guys. Now what we need to do is optimally we need to rotate them. And heck, why not rotate them here? Oh, maybe not enough room. Could be if we changed this to that. Yeah, see, if we didn't have the ability to split belts, then doing this kind of thing, it wouldn't work. So that would be a bit much. Right, and then here. Oh, no, we can't do that there either. All right. Boink, boink. Never mind, I'm just going to do it later. So this is our base shape. Now let's also take a quick peek at this this line. So we've got this and this. Now once we get 3600 of these in, we basically want that other we want this one stacked on top of this. Okay, but then we also want it with this double circle hourglass stacked on top. And then what we do is we put them together. Oh, but in a different way. So that's annoying. All right. So we're going to take this guy. And we've got a half destroyer. We don't even have... this is so brutal. Yeah. So we're going to have to use our half destroyer, which is 3. So that means it comes all the way out to here. That means I do need to rotate these first. All right. So let's use the rotators first. So rotators we can do like so. Okay. Oh, we need to rotate them twice. Because we want to delete this. So as long as the rotators are in a line like this, then we're good. Then we're going to do the destroy. So we will do this. And oops, this. Oof. See, I mean, this is so painful. All right. The other thing to keep in mind is that these are temporary builds until we have the tools we need. So, you know, if we could cut this in half, then we'd be golden, but we can't. We do not have that tool. So now we need to rotate it again. And all right, I was wrong back here. I was, yeah, we don't have to. Oh, we can't. All right, I'm just going to delete this. Do that there. I don't need to do the extra rotate because it doesn't matter. All we're going to end up with is one of these quadrants anyway. So I was trying to be thrifty. Yeah. These guys are going to go there. This one's there. And then guess what? Yes, you are correct. We have to do a half destroy again. Okay. So we're just taking this one and jetting it along. Okie doke. Well, then we are going to basically need this. So we do not have blueprint points. So we're going to get some of these in. And give them a double turn because we need them 180. All right. Then those guys are going to stack with these guys. And that's going to make our shape. It's going to be in the other orientation. So I'll probably rotate them. But again, we need 4. Okay. So I'm going to take one of these guys and drop it on in there. Then we're just going to do another one over here. Like so. And there. Because we'll take this guy and do this. And this one is going to do this. All right. That said, we're going to cut them off right there. And do double double. Why is this there? I don't know. Okay. What is going on? Oh. We just need a single. Rotate. Okay. So that gets us this. into its final orientation, except we do need that and that going into. And there we go. All right, that will be full belts. And this is just literally going to be these two, just these two coming in. All right. Now, need to do similar for this. So we're going to have to mine these and just stack on top of each other. How are we doing? We're okay on platform limit. So we could, in theory, double these up by going to the second layer. And maybe we'll do that with the squares. So let's come over here. And we'll do that and that. And half of these I'm going to... Hey, look at that. They are rolling in. You know, we could... Could we? Could we just stack them right here? I mean, I know it works. Do we have space to do it, is my concern. Yeah, I think that's not going to be great use of space. Alright, so we're just gonna do half of these out. Why are none coming out? What happened? Did I hit Control Z or something? I don't know. My friends, I don't know. Alright, these ones I'm going to give some rotations to. And then I'll go ahead and, doesn't matter, I'll stack these on top of these. Now see, if we had blueprint points, I could just copy this. I could select, copy, and spend 2,000 blueprint points. Just do that. Plunk it on down. But no. Do not have that. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Alright. Okie doke. So, let's, I'm just gonna go ahead and build out basically that same thing. All right, so we've got our stacked beauties here. We're going to bring them in, and we're just going to immediately cut them in half. Then rotate them. Yeah, just the ones. And then cut them again. Okay. Then these need to get stacked. Which we'll do on another platform. And again, it'll be the same as this. Yeah, so two of them need to get turned around double. And then two of them just need to get stacked. Let's do this. I might actually get fast at building this little four pack here. I say that as I'm certain to slow things down and right there. This one, it doesn't matter which one is on top and which one's on bottom. Because they don't conflict with each other. So they... oh, that doesn't work. They don't conflict, so they'll just merge anyway. Alright, that'll work. They'll merge together like this. Alright, so that makes our second shape. Now, do we have enough points? Yes, okay. Phew. Okie-doke. So good. This is cruising along. And you can see, I think you can get a feel now for the type of challenge we are up against. Keep in mind that doing all of this is not going to get us any research points. So next episode, let's get started on this. Do we have... can I get started on that now? We've got a circle there, and there's our little spiky points. So let me do that. And yeah, we can. I think we can just chop these right here, can't we? Nope. Do this first. Yeah. Oh, can't do that because it's a four-way. All right. We can go down space platform wise, which is nice. Oof, down to 45. Okay, and this guy also, we just need to do a half chop. Let's do this. So yeah, I just want to get started on a task that is going to actually earn us some points. And because that's got to be our goal. So milestones are great, but points are better. And I'm gonna do this. Nope. I'm going to do this. Have these go up and out on the second layer. And then do this. Yeah. Because then we can take these. Let's look at that task. And run these through some of these. Okay. And then can we do stackers here? No, because that'll be 4 sets of stackers. We won't have enough room. Okay, so let's do stackers. And those guys can just do that. Uh-huh. No, I'll do this one here. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? that. Okay. So the bottom ones are going to come in, do this. And boing, boing. No, that's not right. Yeah. There we go. Okay. This is ridiculous, but that works. And then this one is going to come in like this. This is the joy of building without blueprints. So you can get wacky, and to be honest, sometimes this is how I kind of figure out new ways of doing things. Alright, let's do this. Alright. And, oh, hello. Okay. Now I had it come up this way for a reason. This one will have all 4 lanes. Yay. Yay. Alright. Task on its way. Then next we can... do we have a half red? No, we don't. So we can't do... Well, we could. We could cut one of these in half and one of these in half. And stack them and put them on top of this. For the next task. Which will be this one. Alright. Okay, so we've got 3 things going on its way. And we are cruising along. This one is actually nice. The third task just has that same shape from the first one up on top. So we can deliver it slower, but get it going. And I'm sure we can make this one too. Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining. Again, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get the channel, trying to get up to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And we're at like 414, I think, right now. So we're getting close. Getting close. And yeah. So that's where we're at. Thank you so much. This is Gramps, signing off.